Wagwan, welcome to the Russian Grand Prix. A really consistent YouTuber here. Definitely not months out of sync. But yeah, here we are at the Russian Grand Prix. As you can see here, it says we got a dry qualifying and a wet race, so that's going to be interesting. I wasn't sure whether to run a dry setup and take a good track position at the start, and then be compromised in the race, or run a wet setup and probably start lower down. But I decided to just go with the wet setup for the race. Compliments of Conor Letford. It's a really good wet setup, but in the dry it wasn't great. The main issue was the low brake pressure, which Russia's got some. You need to got some heavy braking zones in there, so the less brake pressure meant that I wasn't getting the car slowed down as quickly as I wanted to. I kind of had to grab onto the brake in the corner. Yeah, here we are with our fastest lap of the session, I think. I don't know. I think this is clearly isn't my first lap, considering I'm not last, but I can't remember how that first lap went. This wet setup is proving to be very difficult in the dry to manage. You can see here that the car is taking very hard to get slowed down there, but getting the power nicely there. I don't know what I'm doing there. I almost cut the corner somehow. The pad inputs are too smooth. I don't know what that Hassel's doing. If he had taken me out, I would have been fuming. Although in hindsight, it probably wouldn't have mattered that much. But anyway, you can see struggling to get the car turned into that corner there. That corner felt alright. To be fair, the lap actually felt alright, but I think just because of how ineffective the brakes were, I was losing a lot of time in the braking zones. See there, that was got caught up in the curb, I think. But it's been fairly tidy lap so far. I was actually quite happy with it. This is a very tricky braking zone. This is where the wet setup was costing me a lot of time here. I had to be very conservative on brakes. And going through the tricky section here, trying to get the car hitting that apex nicely, which is quite difficult to do, so I'm quite happy with that. And the power nicely there, getting close to that wall actually. Taking a nice bit of curve there. And yeah, it's been actually a really tidy lap, and it's going to only put us P6 with a 31.4. So it's alright. You can see cutting on later on in the session, I'm a 10th up. So it's good. I mean, we've knocked down to 12, so I really need this improvement. And I've cut that corner, unfortunately, because I turned in too early. Yeah, turning in too early even like, and you can see I cut the last corner going on to the start, my final lap of the session, which just invalidated this lap. So we are going to be starting 12th, which is I was quite amazed by that. Like, obviously the wet setup was a hindrance, but my lap didn't feel awful. It looked alright. But yeah, looks like we're going to be starting 12th, but I don't think I mind that too much. I mean, I always hate starting low down, just because the midfield is crazy, but I'm confident with the wet setup. It's a really good setup, so hopefully it can be a fun race. And here we are on the grid, lining up to see intermediate conditions, and 5 lights and away we go. It's been a bit of a tricky start, but now the second phase of the getaway has been really good. I could have gone up the inside of the Toro Rosso, but I thought I was going to take it nice and sensible here. Do nothing stupid here. You can see the Williams going slowly, and the Ferrari's just come across the track. Like, how, I don't understand how people can, like, it's not even a corner, like, it is technically, but it's barely a corner and people still crash at it. It's just so stupid. I regret starting at the back so much now. You see Catherine is leading the race and she's just at fastest lap. Meanwhile, we have to make a pit stop for our front wing because people are incapable of doing a non-existent corner. Ironically, I think if I had gone for the move up the inside of the Toro Rosso, I might have actually been able to avoid the Ferrari coming across the track. Oh well, I tried something and it clearly didn't work. It's going to be a bit of a struggle from here to make anything happen. Confident in my wet pace though, but it's not like that means anything now. It's a shame I couldn't really show it, because I genuinely think I could have actually challenged the guys at the front, but oh well, c'est la vie. Now cutting on to lap 3, you can see the gap to Joe ahead is 21 seconds. As you know, it's the gap to LE Revolution now, 21 seconds. Joe is pitted. and on lap 4 it's come down to 16 seconds, so 5 seconds a lot quicker than the car ahead. Is alright. I mean, the car ahead is LE Revolution, now 11 seconds, so maybe it's not that good of an achievement, but I felt really hooked up in the inter-conditions scene, set fastest lap at the end of lap 6 there, so I'm the fastest car on track. It's just a shame I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Catching LE Revolution by 5 seconds a lap was quite good, but I was very aware that I was pushing quite hard here, like it was pretty much all or nothing. And LE Revolution is intense, so it could have been on for points. But I think I noticed that a gap was coming down really quickly and I was just over pushing, and this is just such a stupid mistake. I think that I got caught on the curb trying to come off it, and then it kind of like pulled me back in, and then it was literally looks like the stupidest crash ever. But yeah, really disappointing race. I had such good pace. It would have been really good if I could have avoided that contact at the start. I know it's just really annoying considering how good a race Singapore was to take points from Catherine. Can confirm she goes on to win this race, which brings the gap down to 31 points now. So looking like the Kesimoto bottle isn't going to change. But yeah, not very optimistic about our championship hopes now, but we can only hope for the best, and hopefully Japan goes our way. So I will catch you there.